it's Gray. This is going to be a reading vlog. I will be reading this book, Poe's Tales of Mystery and Terror by Edgar Allan Poe. I forget how many stories are in this book. There's not a lot, but it shouldn't be too long of a read. Besides the fact that this is Camp NaNoWriMo and I'm supposed to be writing today and the rest of this month. So I'll see what happens with reading, writing, and a bunch of other stuff happening in my life. I finally got through page 2 of this book, and it's actually painting a pretty good picture so far. What I'm gonna do is, after every scene or after every break, I will look up words that I don't know and put them in a document so that I can remember them. Because for some reason I lack vocabulary, and since this is a Gothic type book, and I'm writing a romance with Gothic type characters, I'm gonna want a document for my vocabulary words. I hope I said that right. I can't remember. Way back in, must have been elementary school, we were told as readers that we should read the first page of a book, and if we pick out about 5 words that we don't understand, we close the book and look for something else. I'm sitting here remembering that because I have a document full of, let me see how many words I have real quick. About 27 words in just the first 11 really small pages, because this book is kind of pretty small for its size. That's not going to stop me from reading this book, because how else are you supposed to know these vocabulary? I mean, it might apply for younger children anyways, but wouldn't you want those kids to know what those words are? They could always ask you, and you can always define the word for them. This is what I feel like that's kind of what discourages kids from reading. Sure, they are allowed to read easy books if they want, but some of them want to read challenging words. At least what I wanted to do back then. And that's why I decided to write down every vocabulary word that I don't understand. And especially with this being a pretty old book, with a Gothic type of narration, there's going to be a lot of words that I don't understand. I started doing that with One's Company by Barbara Streisand. I still have a document list up, but I'm not going to go through that yet. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep reading over words that I don't understand and hope that he paints the picture in case I don't know the words. That's a good idea. I should follow that advice. So I finished the first story, The Fall of the House of Usher. It was actually a pretty good story. Then I got to the ending and I got confused on what happened. There were a lot of words that I didn't know, as I mentioned previously. But when I did look up one word, which was tarn, I think that's what it is, Tarn, I learned that it's a body of water. Can't remember if it was a lake or a pond or something. But he used it a couple more times, and in one of the explanations, he did say it was watery, and I'm like, yes, there it is, he painted a picture. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be a spoiler, but towards the ending, The entire orb of the satellite burst at once upon my sight. He's outside, and he looks back at the house, because he's running away from something he saw, which is quite scary. I'm not sure what he was talking about, that orb of satellite. Since a family member mentioned to me that it might be a trigger for me, I actually don't understand what it could be. I actually hope it's not what I think he said or mentioned, because I have a big fear of that. You know, that big glowy thing in the daylight in the top of the sky, you know? The sun. I have a fear of that. I have an irrational phobia of the giant ball of gas in the sky. It's quite scary to me. I can still go outside. I can still do things in the daylight. I can be outdoors. And I can be like, yeah, yep, it exists. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm okay with it. I don't like hearing about it. I don't like hearing metaphors or, like, you know, imagine explosion sound. I have a big fear of that. My irrational phobia says if you think about it, it's gonna happen. So I know it's not gonna happen, at least in this lifetime, but I'm still scared, especially when there's metaphors. So I'm hoping that's not the interpretation of the orb satellite bursting into millions of pieces upon the House of Usher. But anyway, I interpret it as the house just fell apart. The house exploded. And besides, it was at night. It had to have been the moon, which is also scary to me, but I still love the moon a lot more. I also feel like the tarn that he described, the water, closed in around his feet and of the house. I don't know, there was a lot that happened in the last part of the story, and it became too much. It was like he narrated one after another, and then when he was describing something that he like adored or he was at awe of, especially his friend Usher, he started going slow with the description. Then after that, he started going one after another again. He was referencing books that I don't know if they actually exist in this life, but I should look it up. Might not do that because I will forget. But the fall of the House of Usher, it was a spoiler in its name already when the house fell apart. Am I just not educated on a lot of vocabulary? I'm not sure. But I will continue reading this book because it's actually pretty interesting, and it's helping me to get an understanding of Gothic literature. Now that I'm writing it for Camp Nano, I want to write a little more Gothic tone in my narration, which is first person. Wrapping this up real fast. Hopefully this setup works for me. If not, I will be changing it. I am a week ahead of my reading schedule, which means I'm really enjoying this book. That is a good thing. This short story, Pit and Pendulum, I stopped reading because I thought he was being buried alive in the beginning, but it turns out he's not. So far, stylistically, his writing is unique. And that's the only thing I like so far, besides the tone he sets in the stories. I will go more into that in a book review once I finish this book, which will be next month, and in the meantime I will have a few writing vlogs, more so Camp Nano vlogs, so just keep an eye out for a book review of this. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment if you want to. My social media links are in the description. You can follow those for more updates. If you want to be my buddy on NaNoWriMo on the website, feel free to add me. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.